Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started in a few moments. And I lost my cushion. Where did I? Oh, here it is. Important things. Hope everyone is doing well. I can't even see myself. Oh, that's a little bit better. Somewhat better. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to get started in a slow Hatha Flow. We're going to move from pose to pose and find some time during each one to take a few breaths and to connect with ourselves and everything else. If you need any prompts, any blocks, bolsters, or anything else, now's a nice time to grab them so you don't have to grab them later. And just a reminder that this is your practice, so do what feels good in your body. If I guide you somewhere and you know a better place to be, I encourage you to find that space. If we move somewhere and something doesn't feel quite right, take some time to pause, find a place that does feel okay for you. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. It's a little tight. Yeah, it's better. Comfortable seat. Any comfortable seat for you, any place where your hips can relax, your spine can lift tall, and your shoulders can release. And finding a space where you can breathe. Just taking a moment to notice your breath. Notice where in your body your breath is moving. Noticing any resistance or hesitation within your breath. And taking one deep clearing breath here. A full breath in. And a big sigh out. Allowing a slow, steady breath to find you here. And shifting your awareness to the ground beneath your hips. To the air as it touches your skin. Noticing any thoughts that might have joined you on your mat this morning. Taking a moment to acknowledge that they are there without engaging and allowing them to finish what they need to before moving off. Taking one more breath, a deep breath in. And out. Your next inhale, letting your arms sweep overhead to reach tall. As you exhale, side bending towards the right, letting your right hand come down beside you, left arm reaching overhead. breath here. A deep breath in and out. As you inhale, coming back through center to reach tall. As you exhale, side bending towards the other side. Left hand coming down beside you, right arm reaching overhead. Allowing your chest to roll open. Outer right hip to draw down. And full deep breaths in and out. One more breath in and out. As you inhale, coming back through center, reaching tall. And releasing your hands behind your back, about a foot or so. You're going to find a heart opener here. Just taking a big shoulder roll, allowing your chest to lift up. Shoulder blades hugging towards each other and down your back. Your head and neck can be wherever feels comfortable for you. Maybe gazing forward, maybe gazing up, maybe lifting your chin up towards the ceiling. Still full breaths in and out. Just one more breath here. A deep breath in and out. Gently to release your shoulders, coming back through center. We're going to find a forward fold from here. If you want to switch up the cross of your legs or shift your hips in any way, now's a nice time to do that. Letting your arms start to walk out long in front of you. And wherever you end up, allowing your arms and shoulders to relax, your head and neck to let go. Allowing the weight of your upper body to be what draws you deeper. I'm taking one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. You inhale, rising back up. We're going to make your way onto your hands and your knees. You can rock over your shins or swing your feet around to the side. Initially taking any movement or motion that might feel good here. Maybe some hip sways or circles. Maybe a few cat-cows. Just taking a moment to explore how your hips, your shoulders, and your spine feel. And giving your body another breath or two to even out the movements. We're going to work into your wrists just a little bit this morning. Initially turning your hands so your fingers face towards the sides of your mat. You're welcome to stay right here, maybe finding a light rock with your shoulders from side to side. You can stay here. If you want to work a little bit deeper, you can let your hands rotate even further around, maybe to the point where your fingers face towards your knees. And if your fingers are towards your knees, let that rock go from forward to back. But wherever you end up, a reminder to be gentle on your wrists. We use them so much every day and don't often give them enough love. Just one more breath here. Breath in and out. Gently releasing your hands back through center. Give your wrists a little shake if you need them. Then we're going to work onto the back side of your wrist, just one at a time. So right or left hand, bringing the whole back of your hand to your mat. You might have a bend to your elbow, and that's okay. Maybe working towards straightening into your arm. Your arm fully straightens, and maybe letting your hips draw towards your heels. And finding that perfect space for where you need this right now. One more breath in and out. Gently bending into your elbow, releasing your wrist, and give it a little shake. Then we're going to come on to the other side. Bring the whole back of your hand to your mat. Maybe your arm begins to straighten. If it fully straightens, maybe shifting your hips towards your heels. And if this side feels completely different than the other side, that's okay. Just the imbalance that is naturally coming to our bodies. One more full breath here. A deep breath in. And out. Gently bending to your elbow to release that wrist. Give it a little shake. Then either coming to sit on your heels or coming up to stand on your knees. Whatever feels better in your body. Letting your elbows draw by your rib cage, you're going to shake your wrist just a little bit. Palms facing towards each other, letting your hand shake side to side. And pause, letting your palms face towards the ground, shaking your hands up and down. Imagine your little bird trying to fly. And pause. And we're going to find your downward facing dog. Grounding into your palms, curling your toes, pressing your hips up and back. Initially finding a little pedal of your feet. Bending one knee, pressing down to the other heel. And maybe switching towards the other side. Allowing your movements to be slow and steady. Allowing your breath to be slow and steady. Eventually finding some stillness. Stillness in your body. Slow, steady breath. And taking one clearing breath here. A full deep breath in. And a big sigh out. As you inhale, rising high into your toes and walking your feet towards your hands. Maybe your hands back towards your feet. Finding a gentle forward fold, that soft bend to your knees. Shake your head yes and no. You can shake your head maybe. Taking a slightly deeper bend into your knees. Slowly rolling up to stand. Taking a big shoulder roll at the top. A few more revolutions. Finding that full range of motion in your shoulder joints. Moving into our mountain pose, your Tadasana. Your feet can be together, about hip width apart. Standing as tall as you can. Arms releasing by your sides. And once more, taking a moment to notice your breath. Noticing the ground beneath your feet. The air as it touches your skin. Noticing this breath. Full deep breath in. And out. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead to reach tall. As you exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhaling to your half lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale to fold. You inhale, sweeping your arms overhead, reaching tall, rising tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Just pausing for a breath in and out. One more just like that. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to your half lift. Exhale to fold. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead, reaching tall, rising tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So another breath in and out. You inhale, sweeping your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to your half lift. Exhale to fold. We're going to pause here in an active forward fold. Your hands can be on your shins, blocks, the ground, or any bind that might be in your practice. But wherever you end up, thinking about drawing the crown of your head towards the ground, your hips up towards the ceiling. breath here. A deep breath in and out. Inhaling to your half lift, finding length. As you exhale, stepping back into your plank, the top of your push-up. A full deep breath in. Exhaling your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. And stepping your feet together, your toe mounds to touch. Finding your three-legged dog. Letting your right leg begin to extend out behind you. Staying right here, or you can open up your hips, bending into your right knee. Your next inhale to square your hips, extending your right leg long. As you exhale, stepping forward, your low lunge. Right foot coming by your right wrist, left knee down onto your mat. Hips drawing forward and down. So you can stay here with your hands on the ground. Move your hands up to blocks, maybe up to your right knee. But wherever you end up, allowing your hips to continue to draw forward and down. And staying with your slow, steady breath. Deep breaths in and out. One more breath here, deep breath in and out. Letting your hands come down to frame your right foot. We're going to find your half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Letting your hips begin to shift up and back. Left hip right above your left knee. Maybe your right foot scoots out a little bit more if you need it to. You have a straight leg or a bent knee. Taking that deep breath in to find length. And that breath out to find your fold. One more breath in and out. And bending back into your front knee. You're going to find your lizard lunge, letting your right foot walk over towards the right side of your mat, both hands coming onto that inside edge. Hips drawing forward and down. You can stay up onto your palms. You can lower your forearms to blocks or towards the ground. But wherever you end up, letting your chest open up to the front of your room. And that right knee hugging in towards your shoulder. One more full breath here. A deep breath in. And out. Slowly rising back up to your palms and letting your hips shifting up and back just enough to let that right knee step back to meet your left. Take any movement or motion you might need. Maybe even a child's pose. But eventually, we're going to make our way back into your downward facing dog. There's no rush to get there. And staying right here, we're going to go through that flow that we did earlier. As you inhale, waving forward into your plank. Exhale, lowering your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. And finding your three-legged dog on this side. Your toe mounts to touch. Letting your left leg begin to extend out behind you. Staying here, opening up, stacking your hips, maybe bending into your left knee. Your next inhale to extend your legs, squaring your hips. Exhale, stepping forward, your low lunge on this side. Left foot by the left wrist, right knee down onto your mat. Hips drawing forward and down. Finding that perfect space for this side of your body. Maybe your hands are on the ground, coming up to blocks. Or up to your left knee, or any space that feels right. Hips drawing forward and down. And finding your slow, steady breath. Taking one more full breath here. A deep breath in. And out. Letting your hands come down to frame your left foot. Finding our half splits. Hips shifting up and back. Again, thinking the right hip above the right knee. Maybe that left foot scoots forward if you need it to. Straight leg or your bent knee. Take the full deep breath in. And a breath out to find your fold. One more breath here, a deep breath in and out. And bending back into your front knee. We're going to move into your lizard lunge from here, letting the left foot walk over towards the left side of your mat, both hands onto the inside edge. Hips drawing forward and down. And staying up onto your palms, maybe lowering your forearms to blocks or the ground. Wherever you end up, your chest opening up, left knee hugging in towards your shoulder. Finding the slow, deep breaths in and out. Just one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. Slowly rising back to your palms, letting your hips shift up and back, enough to let that left knee step back to meet your right. And taking any movements or motions that you might need before pausing in our child's pose. Your knees or your toe mounds to touch. Your knees can be together or a little bit wider apart. Hips drawing towards your heels. Chest, head, neck releasing down. And finding a space, whatever that looks like, where you can release and let go. And in that space, taking a few deep, clearing breaths. Deep breaths in. And full, deep breaths out. One more clearing breath here, a full breath in and out. As you inhale, rising back into your table and curling your toes and pressing back to your downward facing dog. Staying here, we're going to go through that flow one final time this morning. You inhale, waving forward into your plank, the top of a push-up. Exhale, lowering your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. You inhale, rising high into your toes and walking your feet towards your hands. Maybe your hands back towards your feet. Finding another gentle forward fold here, that soft bend to your knees. This time, letting your feet come a little bit wider apart. Maybe taking your opposite elbows and finding a light rock with your upper body from side to side. And gently to release your arms, we're going to find your malasana, your squat. Your feet can stay parallel towards each other, maybe a light flare out of your toes to the side. Wherever you end up, letting your knees start to bend, hips beginning to sink down. Pausing wherever you feel stable and strong. Pause anywhere along the way, maybe coming all the way down into your squat. Hands can be on the ground, maybe your heart center. But wherever you end up, taking a few deep breaths here. One more breath in and out. And we're going to make your way into a seat. However that feels good to get down. Initially letting your knees stay bent, your feet nice and wide on your mat, and finding that little windshield wiper side to side. I'm going to come into a seated pigeon from here. Letting the left foot stay down onto your mat. If you need to, you can always extend the left leg out. But bring that right ankle over top the left knee. You can stay right here, maybe scooting your left foot a little closer towards your hips. Maybe scooting your hips a little closer towards the foot. Chest lifting up. Maybe that right knee begins to press away. Finding that perfect space for right here, for right now. One more breath in and out. Gently to unwind, so maybe scooting that left foot a little bit further out in front of you to release your right foot onto your mat. And that little windshield wiper of your knees. Maybe letting your upper body release, hands to your knees, let the wrists or your shoulders get a little rest. And we're going to move over onto the other side, that left ankle on top of your right knee. Maybe scooting your right foot a little closer to your hips. Maybe your hips closer towards your foot. When you're ready, allowing your chest to lift tall. That left knee to begin to press away from your chest. And finding your slow, steady breath. Full, deep breaths in and out. One more breath here, a deep breath in and out. Slowly beginning to unwind. Releasing the left foot down onto your mat. Maybe a little windshield wiper side to side once more if you need it. We're going to move into your bound angle, your Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet coming together. Heels drawing as close to your hips as feels okay on your knees and your hips. Allowing your spine to lift tall. Letting your knees begin to press out and down. Staying upright or maybe a lean forward. Maybe your fold forward. Taking one more full breath here. A deep breath in and out. You inhale, rising back up. Letting your feet scoot a little bit further out in front of you. Finding a nice diamond shaped, about the same distance from heels to groin as from knee to knee. Taking another breath in to find your length, and a breath out to find your fold. Imagining your forehead resting on the soles of your feet. Taking 2 more breaths here. Full breath in and out. Another full deep breath in and out. As you inhale, slowly rising back up. Letting your legs scoot all the way out long in front of you. Finding your seated forward fold, your Paschimottanasana. Your feet can be together, hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. A straight leg or your bent knee. Taking a deep breath in to find your length, and a breath out to find your fold. Taking one more breath here. Full deep breath in and out. As you inhale, rising back up, we're going to make your way all the way onto your backs. And slowly rolling down, letting your knees drawn towards your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Maybe finding some circles of your knees around your hips, together or independently. Staying right here, we're going to find your happy baby. Letting your knees start to draw towards your armpits, feet up towards the ceiling. You can take a hold of behind your thighs, your ankles, maybe your feet. Allowing your shoulders to relax down towards your mat. Taking one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. Letting your knees release back to your chest. We're going to find a reclined twist, your lying twist. Initially, letting your knees come over towards the left side of your body. You can have your knees stacked, or any other leg variation here that would feel good for you. But wherever you end up, taking one releasing breath. Full deep breath in. A big sigh out. One more breath in and out. And coming back through center. And then making your way over onto the other side. Again, no rush to get there. Taking as much time as you need to align your hips, your spine. And taking that same variation on this side that you took on the first, or on the other side. And then taking your releasing breath here. A full deep breath in and out. Taking one more breath in. And out. Slowly coming back through center. Finding any movements or motions that you might need before your final relaxation, your shavasana. When you're ready, finding that space that is most comfortable for you. Taking up as much space as you need here. And once you find that space, taking a few deep clearing breaths. Allowing your body to completely relax and let go. Allowing your thoughts to begin to wander. One full deep clearing breath. A deep breath in. And a big sigh out. Allowing your breath to go. begin to deepen your inhalations and your exhalations, allowing with each breath life, energy, and movement to make its way into your fingers and toes, your arms and legs, back and through your head and neck. And taking one deep clearing breath here, a full deep breath in, and out. And eventually making your way back up into a comfortable seat. And thank you all so much for sharing your time, space, and energy with me and with each other. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Karen, for the donation. And Antonia, if you're still with us, thank you for the comment. This Slow Hatha Flow is the style of practice that my body enjoys most. It's always nice to teach and share the practice with others. Thank you all so much. I teach this class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 10:30 or an hour earlier than right now, whatever your time zone is. I also teach a sound bowl healing, a 45-minute sound bowl practice at 9 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, or 2.5 hours earlier than whatever right now is for you guys. But if you want to make sure that you're alerted to whenever we're having any of these offerings, there should be a little picture of my head somewhere in the corner. You should click that and click follow, and Insight Timer will let you know when these offerings are going to be coming. So thank you so much. So much. Oh. It's always hard to get up after sitting down for a little bit.